In this video, we're going to talk all about how we started Fit Generation Apparel, our modest activewear and lifestyle brand. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. If you're an entrepreneur, content creator, or a working mama, you've come to the right place. If you're new to my channel, my name is Veronika. I'm a co-founder of a Modest Activewear Brand. My husband is my business partner. I'm a content creator and photographer. And if you want to learn more about how we started Fit Generation Apparel and where we find ourselves today, then keep on watching. Okay, let's go all the way back and talk about what was the idea, where it originated from, what we were doing back then.
Okay, so wine back about 3 years ago?
3 years ago now.
Yeah, 3 years ago, 2018, I think it was. Yeah, I was at my previous job as an engineer. I was working 9 to 5. And yeah, we took a 6-week holiday camping trip, right?
Yeah.
To the south island of New Zealand. Just pretty much living out of the 4-wheel drive that we have and just going and exploring amazing places. And during that 6 weeks, we kind of had a mindset change that we don't want to work for someone else anymore, and we wanted to step out of our comfort zone and do something different and start our own business.
And back then I already had fourth wall, and I also had a photography business, but both of them were kind of like,
they were
I don't know, a bit slow, because with actors agency you have to just work for so many years for it to pay off, and I wasn't really passionate about it as much as I thought I was, and I was also ready for a change. And with photography I enjoyed it, but I also didn't want to pursue it full time. I really wanted to do something different, and we both were at that point. And we decided, why don't we do something together? And back then we didn't really know what we wanted to do.
And then we started thinking about what it could be, though.
We did.
We had some ideas, like having I don't know, we thought it would be like an online store, because we wanted to really learn about e-commerce businesses and selling online over the internet. We didn't know anything about it, like literally nothing. Right? So we had some ideas about what the business could be, what we could sell and what we could do. And then we then thought about, let's solve a real problem. And Veronika, being a reaver, she was really struggling finding modest activewear and modest swimwear that was both, functional and comfortable.
And how we actually found out that is after that trip we started on our fitness journey, because we wanted to make changes not only in our professional life but also in our personal life and our lifestyle. And that's when we were on our fitness journey. And when I was working out at home, it was no problem because I can wear whatever I want at home, but we're also very outdoorsy and we like going on walks and on hikes and just working out together outdoors. And that's when I faced that challenge that there was nothing functional, comfortable, something that looked good on me. I was always covered in layers, and I was always just frustrated. I was hot and always out of breath.
You used to wear my t-shirts all the time.
Because they were looser and longer and baggier.
And a lot of my shorts and leggings underneath when you went to swimming, and a big t-shirt and a turban on top, and it just
how many times I lost it in the water, honestly.
I go swimming to find it.
I'll be like, oh God, I lost it. Go retrieve it. My knight in shining armor.
You probably know the struggle.
I really face and also living in New Zealand, there is lots of places to go outdoors, lots of places to swim. We live by the ocean, it's.
So
the struggle was real.
It was fun.
It had its moments.
But sad at the same time. And so after doing some research and kind of thinking about it, we came to the conclusion that a lot of people suffer from the same problem. Like,
I can't be the only one.
A lot of people do find it hard to find modest activewear, swimwear that's functional and looks good and comfortable. So we're like, let's get into clothing business and get our own products made.
Yeah, which is actually the hardest path to take.
Yeah, we actually knew nothing about it. Like, I used to be an engineer. She was doing film and television stuff, photography. So we knew nothing about designing clothing or getting it manufactured, getting it made, even selling it online. So it was a big mountain of a thing that we were trying to climb.
Yeah,
right?
And like we had an option of doing drop shipping.
Yeah, we thought about drop shipping, finding some blanks maybe and getting them done, getting them kind of put our logo on it and whatnot. But then we thought, look, that's not really what we want to do, because it's not a custom product anymore that solves a problem. You're literally getting something from somewhere and trying to sell it.
Yeah. And we thought we really wanted to put a lot of thought and care into it and really solve that problem for women who choose to dress modestly, just like I do.
Yeah. So we got on to learning, like literally a lot of research, talking to people that might know something about it, that's probably done it, and knows, even if it's like a tiny information, we just try to find it out. And a lot of learning, taking notes, YouTubing, Googling, right?
Yeah, and that's such a good way to learn. Yeah, I mean, we often underestimate how much information is actually available to us. And the tips of our fingers, all we need to do is type it in Google and...
Yeah, that's the thing with the current age that we live in now. There's a lot of information out there, but what's missing is the execution.
Yeah.
So if you get the execution part done, you become anything that you want. Because there's a lot of information out there if you're looking for it. So, and we didn't know anything about it, so a lot of learning and just slowly, one step at a time. Yeah. Ticking away at it. Yeah. So and we were able to launch. When did we launch? 2019.
2019.
Was it end of 2019?
Yeah, it was like just over a year and a half since we started.
Yeah, so it took us literally a year and a half to figure out how we were going to do this,
we were going to do it.
And do it.
Just launching though.
From
that's
literally
the
ideation process took us a year and a half to launch it.
To launch the business,
And we kind of did a lot of overthinking and overdid everything. But you live, you learn.
It's
there's
fine.
A lot of learnings, a lot of mistakes made.
We struggled a little bit with finding the manufacturer and just finding the fabrics, and just then the design part was also quite hard for us since we didn't have, like, we went through more samples probably than we needed to, just because we didn't know what we didn't know, and we just, the only way for us to find out was to do it and see, and that's how it just went a little bit longer, and which is fine.
We had the idea in our heads, like how a product should work and what it should do and how it should look, but then in terms of bringing it to making an actual product, that so that was the tricky part, like the drawing, designing different accessories on it, the stitching, the fabric, the materials.
Especially our swimwear was quite different and technical.
So we had put a lot of effort into it.
So you have the concept and it might work on paper, but then you need to see if it's going to work in real life, and sometimes it doesn't, and you need to tweak things and change things. And
we had almost 10 samples made.
Oh yeah,
each sample takes a lot of time and a lot of money to do, but we kind of just stuck at it, whatever it takes. Luckily I hadn't left my job back then.
It was sponsoring us.
So it was literally just whatever we could say, we were just putting into the business.
And that's how it starts.
It became our passion project. Right? And we loved it because we still do, because it's solving problems. That's what you want. If you want to start a business, make sure it solves a problem. The bigger the problem, the more successful it will be.
Exactly. Right? And you know your customer well. Because
then
if you have a great product for a certain customer, it helps.
Exactly. Yeah, if you have that niche of of the target customers you have, and the problem that you're solving, just go all in.
So let's look back. I'm just gonna ask you a quick question. Let's look back on that period of us, having that idea and finally launching it. What was kind of the biggest lesson that you've learned in that period?
Looking back now?
Yeah, looking back now. What was the biggest takeaway for you?
I think it was just overthinking. Yeah, overthinking, and we could have probably done better with launching fewer products and launching earlier.
Yeah.
And gathering data from that and what your customers want, and then tailoring your products on the upcoming collections according to that.
That's a good one.
Because the most important thing is the data. Because sometimes it doesn't match what you think your customers want and what your customers actually want are two different things.
Yeah.
Right? So that was my main takeaway, sort of, because we thought that our customers wanted one thing, but they actually wanted something else on certain products.
On certain things, yeah.
So that was probably the biggest takeaway for me. So we could have launched earlier
with a fewer products.
With maybe say a few products, 2 or 3 products, or then 10, and then tailor it after that according to what people wanted to.
Because after we launched, we definitely did all of that. We gathered data from our customers and the preferences, and now every single decision we make has our customer in mind. And we detach ourselves from the process a little bit, Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, let's go back to the launch. Okay, that was exciting.
Yeah, was exciting.
Because we've been, our family has always been so supportive of everything we do. But we were at it for 1.5 years, and then when we launched, I was like, okay, we did it.
We did it.
We did it, everybody, we did it.
We have a website.
And we have products, and then, that very first order that came through and just changed everything.
Yeah, it was just it wasn't really emotional.
It was.
Hour sort of thing, really emotional day, just because we were just really rushing to get everything.
The night before.
Yeah, the night before.
Oh, yeah, after we put us into it.
Even leading up to that day, the last few months we were just busy with photo shoots, website development. Again, we didn't know anything about all those things, like the website. I had to just figure out, what platform to use, what theme to use, how the photos should look, how the shipping works, how the fulfillment works. And so there's a lot of technical aspects behind it that need to work like a clock.
Yeah, and you need to make sure. You need to make sure the shipping works. The payment channels.
The payment,
all of that.
Working
Yeah, I still remember that the night before, and we stayed up till midnight or something, which is crazy in my world.
I was on energy drinks, just smashing them, and just trying to get the website looking right and working right. But it was such an emotional moment, as soon as we launched, there were customers on there, obviously our first supportive customers, just ready to buy. And just seeing people, add to cart, and then
reaching checkout,
this is real. It's happening.
And you hear that Shopify sound. That is the most magical thing ever. Yeah. I'll insert it over here so you can hear it as well.
But it had taken us 1.5 years almost to get to that point. So it was such an emotional point in my life that
definitely.
Yeah.
And then we went to another interesting challenge, which is marketing the business and growing the business.
Yeah, so we found out that was what we had done up until that point, was the easy part.
Yeah, it's easy to put a product. Put a product together.
It's easy to get the product sort of, because you'll get it done somehow, right?
Yeah.
But then the challenge started after that, to continuously sell, to find more of your ideal clients, to convince them to buy from you,
to trust you, to trust your brand.
Trust your brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that we had to do a lot of work around our brand values, what we stood for, our tagline, defy the norms, like what that stood for, you know, because that's a really powerful statement, defying the norms, defying the social norms that are around us. So that's what we stand for, you know. We don't, as a brand, as you know, even both of us, we always like to stand out. We don't like to conform to societal norms, you know.
Yeah.
So
and being ourselves.
Without obviously compromising on your values, on your religion and whatnot. So so then the hard work started to really grow the business, bring it to a good point. It's still obviously growing, you know, but so it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. So
and a lot of
up and downs.
I think where a lot of people fall short when they want to start a business, and they start a business and they think that they've put so much effort into it, like we did within that pre-launch period, and then you encounter other challenges and you think like, oh, people don't want to buy from me, or I didn't get 1,000 orders overnight.
Yeah, I didn't sell out overnight.
But which is very unrealistic, and like less to probably like 0.001% actually launches that way.
Yeah, unless you have like millions of followers on Instagram, on YouTube, it's hard to grow the business without having that audience.
So if you're currently in business and you're a little bit frustrated and you feel like you're not growing fast enough, don't worry, it's fine. We all go through that. We all have our challenges, and you just have to keep at it, and you have to keep exposing your business to new audiences and then nurturing your current audience and just keep your customers happy. I think one of my the biggest takeaways for me is customer experience comes first above everything else.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, even if you have to go at a loss at one point, you know, customer experience comes first. Yeah. It's once you get that customer, you need to nurture that customer, so you don't burn bridges with your customers. Let's put it that way, you know?
Yeah. And the main thing also is to just not give up. So we had a lot of failures along the way. We lost a lot of money. We did a lot of things wrong because
but that's how you learn.
That's how you learn. It's completely something new, but there's that satisfaction that comes out of it when you just keep going at it and just solve the problems as they come. Focus on the big picture. Focus on where your life could be if you don't give up.
Exactly.
Right? So if you are on your business journey or in your even in your careers, just don't give up. Giving up is never an option. So you want to take it as a lesson, learn from it, and keep going.
Yeah. If you're tired, take a day.
Have
a break. But recharge and then come back stronger and more focused, and just keep at it.
It's not worth stressing out about it.
No, that's another thing that we've learned. Like if things are happening that are out of your control, and the stress is not gonna make the issue go away.
Actually, like what we found a lot of the times was when something did happen that was not what we expected in a negative way, it actually after a while turned out to be better for us in the long term. But we experienced it a lot. And that's Allah, like just putting a block in front of you for something better.
Exactly.
So you always got to have the positive outlook. Oh, this is probably for the better that it didn't work this way. Like we had a lot of experiences, like expensive experiences.
Well, do you wanna give an example?
Yeah. So one example was the fabric issue that before we launched. So we were going to use Italian fabrics imported from Italy. And then get them manufactured in China. Get the products put together in China, right? We haven't
thought about one aspect of it.
Yeah. I mean, those are perfectly fine, really good fabrics, good quality. Okay, it was expensive, but what we didn't think about was the shipping issue into China and the customs and whatnot. So once we tried to do that, we had to pay a lot of money for customs fee, a lot of importing costs. So it just didn't work for us, and we had lost a lot of money. But then what did happen after that was we had to really think fast about how we're going to solve it. So I jumped on the plane and went to China. So so it's just one of those things that you do. You just take the initiative, just suck it up and just do whatever is necessary. So we're like, okay, how are we going to solve this issue? We need to have control of our product, right?
We ended up with a collection that was perfectly developed, but it didn't have the fabrics.
Yeah,
we were so close.
It was a bad situation to be in. Yeah, so all that work, because we were really counting on that working. Yeah, and it didn't work. But so I went on the plane, to China. And then
found the fabrics that were as good of a quality.
Exactly, as good if not better quality.
Exactly.
Yeah, a lot of people, diss China for their products, for their quality, but they have some really good quality products if you really know what to look for.
Exactly.
So went to China.
You met up with a manufacturer too.
Looked at the factory, the working conditions of the workers there, the quality control, and we had a lot of fabrics in our hands, in our fabric library now, and that just solved our problem. We weren't looking for fabrics anymore, and it just made it so easy. So that negative thing resulted in a positive thing. Yeah,
there were so many, like you meeting the manufacturer, making sure everything was good, finding, hand-picking the fabrics, and came back and there were so many positives, but we were so we were freaking out about that experience. And since then, we've learned whenever something happens, we just take it, we learn from it, we move on, and then we see, down the road, we see 10 other doors open, even though that one closed.
Exactly. And that's the way it is. So that was a really positive experience after that. Because that gave us control over our product, literally handpicking the fabrics that we wanted to use. So that was a good experience.
So where do we find ourselves today with the brand, and our growth and where we are and our plans for the future, maybe?
So today, we're growing quite fast.
We are, Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. We are bringing new collections. Obviously, this COVID had some effect on a lot of aspects of the business. But it has. But being an e-commerce business, being an online business, you're more resilient to it because you don't have a physical store that you have to close and then
exactly
sales,
so
right?
we still the orders still coming through, we're still shipping them out, contactless pickup, so we don't have to it's still going, so I think that's where we're blessed.
That's another
in that
positive
regard.
For online marketplace.
So, and also a lot of people are on their phones and on social media to meet you and find out about your products and shop from you.
At the moment we're just growing on, we're just focusing on growing the business more and more, serving the best way we can to our customers, finding ways of making it more easy for the customers to find us, to making our products better for them. We have a lot of collections in design process at the moment. Some of them are being produced as we
3 collections in development right now. One of them is being produced, one of them is just about to be finalized, and the other one is in proper development, just about to do the first round of samples. But that's all I'm gonna say.
So a lot of exciting things coming. So the focus is just on growth and just helping more people as we can along the way with their fitness journeys, with their competition and whatnot, just providing quality, functional, comfortable, stylish products.
We have customers from CrossFit athletes to moms who just like to be comfortable and they're wrangling a bunch of kids under the age of 5.
It's harder than CrossFit.
Yeah, which could be, sometimes can be harder, or we have people who do both. So kudos.
Yeah, right. Miriam is
Miriam,
she's a single mom as well. Wow.
Yeah, so it's, if you fall into that niche of customers, all we want to do is help you and feel comfortable and feel confident and just be active and healthy. And it's always easier to make healthy choices, like going for a walk when you feel cute, what I mean,
exactly.
like when you feel good in what you're wearing.
Like wearing something that makes you feel confident is I think one of the first steps into getting your mindset right about working out or getting in shape.
It's about how you feel.
Yeah, because there's an emotional aspect to it. If you feel confident in the way you look, you'll literally just go and smash the workout.
Exactly.
That's I really believe that. Like me some too, people don't care, but I do. I think that's a big driver for a lot of people. Because if you're, what's the word? If you're self-conscious, if you're a self-conscious person, and a lot of us, I am, and a lot of people are.
We all have. It's
hard to get out of your mind somehow. Oh, what's that person thinking about me? Or what would that person think about me if they saw me like this? So it's a common thing. But I know I struggle with it a lot. A lot of people do. So, and if you feel happy in what you're wearing, that helps to get out of that. Yeah. So that's what we want to push. We want more Muslim athletes out there. We want more Muslim women getting in shape, feeling healthy, being happy, because it all starts with how you look, right? If you're happy with yourself, if you love yourself, you're gonna love others around you, and others are going to love you.
Exactly. So this is good. Yeah. This is what we believe in, and
so as a brand, that's what we want to push more.
Because even with our entire business and us doing so much more than we could ever imagine that we'd ever do, it all started with us. With our fitness journey, we started looking after ourselves. We cleaned up our diet. We started being active, and then everything changed for us. We thought, okay, well, if we can do that, what else can we do? If we can take control of our bodies, what else can we do? And that's how it all started for us. And it can start with like you said, if you feel good in what you in your own skin, then
so the future for our brand kind of just focuses on that vision.
Vision.
Just
growing, reaching more people, in term helping more women, and just giving them exactly what they want.
What they want, exactly. Just what they need,
and making it accessible globally. Yeah,
so that's something that we're working on really hard at the moment, because we're based in New Zealand right now. Shipping is not the cheapest, we know that, and we're absorbing a lot of the cost of shipping. So we're trying to make it more accessible for our customers to find our products all over the world, because we have customers from United States, from all parts of Europe, from Asia, Middle East, and being located in New Zealand, literally in the bottom corner of the world.
If you can point to New Zealand on the map, you know your geography.
Exactly, so it's quite far away from everywhere.
Quite isolated,
So it doesn't make it very cheap to send products to the other side of the world. So as we grow, we're going to implement, possibly we're going to start working with warehouses all around the world and ship them directly from there to the closest people. So it will be much cheaper, much more accessible.
If not free.
Don't
we all love free shipping,
Because it's one of the, I know for me, like it's a main decision point if I see the shipping quite expensive at the end, right? But we're trying to do our best at the moment, with what we can. So looking to the future, hopefully, we want to make it much more accessible, have a really large, but really focused product offering.
Yeah.
Right? Like not really veer away from our initial, like that vision, the functional, modest, comfortable product range. We just want to expand it rather than veering off a lot to the side. Just keep the focus.
If like for me in the future, if you're like a woman who chooses to dress modestly, like whatever level of modesty you're at, I want that woman to be able to find something in the store.
Yeah.
Whether she's a niqabi or just a hijabi, or wears turbans, you know what I mean? I just want her to be able to find something that she loves in our store.
Exactly. Yeah. And so there's a lot of exciting stuff ahead.
Yeah.
Exciting products coming, exciting news coming. So stay tuned with all that.
And if you have any questions for us when it comes to our business about Fit Generation Apparel, make sure you leave them in the comments. We might do a follow-up video answering those questions. And we're an open book. We we want to connect with our people from all over the world.
And tell us your stories if you are in business yourself. Regardless of what stage you're at, even if you're just at that ideation level, or if you've got a successful business going, and if you have any tips for us, put it down. If you have any questions,
put them down. If there's anything we can help with, let us know.
Exactly.
Just reach out.
Give the thumbs up and the subscribe.
If you want to see more from us, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And Volkan decided that he's gonna film more with me. We
step out of your comfort zone.
Exactly. You're doing a pretty good job at this. And if you want to see more from us, I'll leave a few videos over here. Well, thank you so much for watching. Catch you later.
See ya.